Hey, Urza Master fans. I am back with the Soundblaster Discovery CD16. And this one here, this is the original box. Now, it's a little beat up. It's seen some better days, but I believe everything is in here. So we're going to go ahead and just unbox and see what we've got on inside. We've got an ISA IDE. This is a video card. So this is not part of the Soundblaster 16 suite, but this is a very cool video card. These ISA IDE cards were kind of a bridge between ISA and IDE, which if you've looked at some of my other videos, that was actually from the comments. So thank you, contributors. Your comments do not go unnoticed, so shout out to my listeners and viewers. Looks like we've got just a few different cards in here. So we're going to go through what we've got. We've got here, a Dallas battery on a Life Touch Portrait Studios. This is a parallel card, I'm guessing, for a photo printer. That's pretty neat. Don't see too many of those. And I believe we've got another one with a Dallas non-volatile SRAM on it. That's a chip. Try and refocus the camera here so you can see it. Again, from Life Touch, this is another parallel card. Both of those, I assume, are for printers, for photos. So, I mean, great finds in here so far. That ISA IDE card is going to be a nice video card. I've actually got a 486 tower that that'll go in. But now I'm starting to wonder, like, is the Soundblaster even in here? Here we've got another video card. This is an ISA. Trying to see if there's any identification on it. It's a 4490, whatever it is, with dip switches. And it looks like it's just a standard video with some slots on it. Let's see here. Looks like it's a 256 meg capable video card. I'm not sure. And it's got an expander, so I'm wondering if that is an expansion to some sort of a photo system. Very possible. We got lots of cards in here. Here we've got a WinBond. This, I believe, is a parallel port, and this is for a controller of some kind. Interesting little card. Not sure what that was used for. Got another riser card system here. Also ISA IDE. This one's a little tangled up with each other, but looks like it's parallel ports, serial ports, and it is another WinBond set. It's a floppy disk controller, it looks like, and an IDE controller. Riser cards for some system. Not sure what, but probably older 386, 486 material, I would guess. And another Dallas clock. This is another serial controller. And here we've got just looks like odds and ends. So a little bummed, I have to say. At this point, it's looking like we don't have a Soundblaster 16 in here, but we do have some pretty interesting ISA cards. This is looks to be like an IBM ISA card. Looks like a parallel port and a VGA port. It's got a Philips chipset on it, and some Toshiba chips. Looks like RAM. On the back here, it's a Matrox. Looks like it's from '94. I'm going to guess this is an old IBM video card, I'm thinking. If you know, or if you recognize it, I'd love to hear. And I apologize, I'm using a new camera mount here, so if I keep bumping it, it's just because I'm not used to it. Got the exact same card here, another Matrox. Looks to be a video slash parallel card of some kind. with multiple controllers. And we've got a couple of motherboards here. So this is just a treasure trove of stuff. Nicely bagged and anti-static. So here we've got a i386 board. Very cool. Again, I apologize for the bump of the camera there. This one's got some Datatec chips on it. It's a Datatec chipset. Looks like, unfortunately, we got a bad battery, but that's not too big of a deal. I think we can get that off of there. Just the DIN connector on the back, so this one would require not only serial cards, but basically everything to get some connections going. Yeah, 386 chipset. It does have the expander for the 387 card. Pretty cool. It's got some sockets here for additional RAM. So that's really interesting. The corrosion on the battery is a bit of a bummer, but I think that battery, you can replace with just a standard battery now. We'll try and do that with some wiring and see if we can get that old 386 fired up. I'm assuming this one looks like it's also a 386 build. Take a look here. All right, yep, we got another bad battery, but it is also an Intel 386 SX, 25 megahertz system. So we've got a couple of 386 SX boards in cases already. So the good news is we've got some components for 386s here, which would be kind of interesting to play around with, see if we can find a use for them. And of course, if not, it's still interesting technology to take a look at. Let's take a look and see what other goodies we have in here. Looks like an old monitor base for some unknown make. Something I've never heard of anyway, a Chinese build. I got an old Mylar bag here for a PCB. One of them must have slipped out. Some ribbon cables, some interfaces. Nothing earth-shattering there. Here's another display card. This is another ISA. This is a BT89 Matrox card. This one is for an AT computer. 92. So interesting little chipset there. Guessing that's not a very powerful display card, but interesting stuff. And we're getting near the bottom here, but hoping at some point we'll find a Soundblaster. Again, I bumped the camera, so sorry for that. And another ISA IDE. It's another video card, made in 93. We'll take a look at it here. This is a Sung with an AT&T chip. Everything looks to be intact. It does have room for expansion with a 50 megahertz sub-processor on it and some DRAM. So you could add quite a bit. It's 256K. Wow, so you could double the memory of this board, looks like, pretty easily here. Interesting. It might be something to play around with. We've got a couple of machines capable of handling it anyway, so there's possibilities there. Here's another ISA card. This one is an SM24HNR. This is, of course, a modem. I'm going to guess this is a 24.4 modem. Have not used one of that speed for a very long time. Let's see. Got a few more items in the box here. Let's see what we've got here. Another modem. This one with dip switches. And we've got a 8818, if I remember right. This is another 24 baud, 24.4, so before the days of 56K. Pretty basic, kind of amazing. It's got the beep speaker on there, so you can hear that lovely dial-up tune. Chipset is Rockwell. Interesting. And in here, we've got a hard drive. IDE hard drive, Connor hard drive. I've not seen one of these before. Oops, sorry about that. Really bumping the camera here, just getting all excited for this old school platter hard drive. This one is very unique with the pin setup on it, and the internal platter is being mounted on top like that. Very cool. No idea the size on this, but hopefully we can get that plugged up and see. I'm going to guess it's probably fairly insignificant because of its age and the other items that are in this bag. It's probably a 386 hard drive, so it's probably looking at a few hundred megabytes or something. What else do we got in here? Another hard drive. So another Connor hard drive. There you go. So 210 megabytes. I'm going to guess the other is basically the same. Interesting. Definitely for 386, so probably DOS or Windows 3.1 type systems. But unfortunately, no Soundblaster 16 setup. I have to say I was really excited to find Soundblaster, but at the end of the day, we can't always get what we want. So I hope you enjoyed the unboxing of some random cards, hard drives, and peripherals, a couple of 386 motherboards. We'll have to just see what we can get running out of these. And luckily, I've still got a lot of other systems to go through here and a lot of other great content coming up. So if you enjoyed this, if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the like button. Drop me a comment with any thoughts you may have or any suggestions to use this equipment. Or if you have any insights into anything you've seen here today, I'd love to hear it. I do respond to all comments. If you'd like to see more of me, head on over to Digital Escape Podcast here on YouTube. Our latest episode just dropped today, episode number 48. We talked our top favorite bands, their recent Dungeons & Dragons OGL fiasco, and of course, playoff NFL football. So thanks again for your time. Have a great rest of your day.